So I'm just heading out for a ride. It's about 14 degrees and tyres are a little bit lower than I'd like. So this is the little pump I talked about before. It's a two-way pump, so whichever way the plunge is going, it's actually pumping air in. But I thought I'd show you a little hack. I'm assuming you can see this. That tiny little thing there, if you can focus on it, is a little piece of yogurt lid, and it just sits. I screw that in there, and then that keeps all the gunk out. And as I said, each stroke, either direction, it's pumping air. Rather than waste your time showing you how I pump tyres up, I just thought I'd show you that little hack. I'm walking this for two reasons. One, this is a short strip of national park. About 100 metres behind me is the village. And this is a no riding zone. And the other reason is too bloody dangerous. Admittedly, they have repaired the main track, which we join just up at the top of this crest. Just a quick note on the two-way pump. What I forgot to mention was I have noticed since I got that, I can get more pressure into the tyres. Remembering I'm an old man with arthritis, etc. Your normal compact pump really will not get you to the high pressures without a lot of effort. The little two-way, I find I can get really good pressures, much higher than I used to, and indeed don't want to jinx myself, however that was a good workout. However, I've lost my train of thought, gone blank. There was a however in there somewhere. Oh, that's right, I wasn't jinxed. However, since I've been using that pump and getting in extra pressure into the tyres, those that have watched a few of the earlier videos may remember I had a bad run of punches, and they're all pinch punches. Nothing penetrated through the tyres. It was all just pinches where I hit rocks. And now that I've got this pressure well over 40 psi, I've been torturing the tyres and no problem so far. Here's hoping I haven't jinxed myself. And while talking of punches, one of the tougher rides I had was years ago, not an e-bike, but it was just a mountain bike, over 100-kilometre ride. I had 4 punches. The only bright side was that by the 4th puncher I had the repair down to less than 15 minutes from the tyre going down, so I was proud of that. Whew. Oh dear. And we've just wandered past the water tank for the village. Another quick snippet through here. Years ago I was walking down through here and the army were doing war games, and there was a soldier, full fatigues, laying on the edge of the road, and as I was going past, I just quietly whispered to him, if you want to win the war games, shoot the guy with the clipboard. At which point he started laughing and then had to check himself because he was still in the war game and undercover. So I kept walking, went past the guy with the clipboard. So I would have done it. Oh. And yes, I do have a sense of achievement by the time I get up the top here. So another couple of 100 metres and I'll be into the pine forest. I'll get back to you then. So I've basically been just plodding along. Most of the tracks are really wet, soft and soggy, and I've been using Tour quite a bit. So we'll jump to Tour now. So they have been doing a lot of road repairs here, but today's our second day in a row we haven't had rain, and that's for weeks. So everything's just wet. And there was something popped up during the editing of the last video where I was going through the mud. When I saw the mud, my intuition said go to active, so I went up the extra power setting, but I didn't explain during the video why. I assume it's because I recognised the boggy nature and I didn't think the power of Tour would be sufficient to push through it. And also in that clip I mentioned only once did I hear it spin the rear wheel, yet when I was listening or doing the editing I could actually hear the wheel spinning every so often during the clip. So obviously I got that wrong, but in my defense I was busy. I was trying to make sure I went the best way and kept the bike upright. But yeah, it was a bit strange I didn't keep hearing all that. Although there are some things with the recording where it picks up things, it likes higher pitch noises. The dull noises the microphone can miss, but if there's a high pitch squeak or a high pitch noise, at the moment I can barely hear the clicking from my not pedaling, yet on the recording it's going to be very dominant. So it does those sorts of things. Anyway, enough of that rambling. Oh, what the heck, we just jumped up to active. I don't think I'll be doing a long ride today. I think I'll just go out and have some fun. Wheel rut. Yeah, I'm just clipping in the odd little ridge there. Again, we're holding 23 kilometers an hour. No, stay on the outside of the wheel ruts. This is a Sunday and I've made the mistake of saying, oh, they don't log on Sundays or they don't work, so I won't make that mistake. I'll just keep an eye out for any activity. Ooh. Oh, I must admit I do love the smell of the fresh pine. Hovering around the 26, 27. I drop back to tour. So obviously they've been doing thinning down through here. So these trees here, this is essentially halfway through their growing cycle. So they plant them close so they can harvest half of the trees or thereabouts about this time of the cycle. That means they can pull some money out of the forest because the growing cycle is anywhere from 25 to 30 years. So 12 to 15 years they'll come through and do the thinning, get a bit of money out of it, and then they'll let the good trees, really good trees, go to maturity, and then they can pull some of the bigger, better products out of those. Anyway, I shall get back to you. So we're on tour. We've got 31 kilometres, so I won't say too much, otherwise the wind noise might be over the top of my speaking. just dropped back to 25, so we've now got power assist. I'm fading in and out because I keep touching 27, 28. And for those wondering, yes, I do regularly check the tyres for damage, seeing I tend to torture them. And we just popped up to active. I just got a feeling, can't believe it. So we're holding 27 kilometres an hour. It's not overly steep. Oh, let's go for the shallow. It's been a while since I've run this track. And another thing I should mention, this morning I've noticed they've been doing a little bit of road works, and what they've done is they've actually dug ditches across the road to let the standing water drain. And if you don't see them, you're going to get hurt. And it's the first time I've ever seen them do that in this forest. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, rightio. We've just gone up to number 7, which means we're on the maximum. I don't know if I'll get a hill start done on this. Having a look at the, yeah, it's loose. Let's see. We're in number 2 gear anyway, so we're close to where we need to be. As I was drifting over to the wheel rut. Okay, let's try again. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll walk up till I get the rear wheel on a almost bare patch. Firm stuff. Let's see if we can get a head start on this, shall we? Whew. My goodness, I'm huffing and puffing like an old man. Let's go. Oh, as soon as I got off the clear patch. Rightio, let's try again. Oh, oh my goodness. I can do this technical fine finesse stuff, but I prefer my momentum riding, where I just keep the momentum up and then just really have to make quick decisions on where to place the bike. And we've got another hill off to the right. I haven't seen this since we had all that rain, and by all that rain I mean over 400 mil in 20 hours. Oh, hello. There's a tree across. I guess I'm not going up that track. Oh well. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is soft and boggy. Oh, I think I've got my breath back. Oh, I think I've got a rather large drop off. Oh no, look at that. Almost decent. Ah, let's go this way. And stop. I thought it would be safer to go for the wide track rather than pin myself into a narrow track that could turn nasty. And I still stuffed it up. Although technically I didn't get injured, so it's not too bad. Right, let's drop back a few power levels. Oh well, I've picked up a beautiful little spider walking across between there and there. Come on, I'm not going to harm you. Oh. Where'd you go? Did you drop off? Sometimes they'll quickly abseil from you. Hopefully you're not hiding on the bike. Oh dear. Right out, let's go. So we're back on active. We just dropped back to tour. No surprises here. I actually rode this to get to the hills we just did. Oh. But it's just a nice bit of track. Anyway, by the time I add all the clips up, I'm sure we're going to be getting too long, so I shall catch you. Just a little note to finish. So it's only about a 60-70k ride, nothing too much. But I did go through a lot of gunk. I've just washed the bike, just lubed it, and now I've just placed it. Remember I mentioned before the red tag indicates where one of the holes will be found in the rim. And as you can see, that's the front, and that's had all of about 30 seconds or so before I started filming. So that's a minute's worth of water coming out of the front, and the back just a little bit less. So that'll draw all the water out and I will be a happy old fella. Catch ya.